What's going on everyone, SuperaTom here. And so Ayato is only 1 week away from this point in time when I post this video, and I know that there are still many questions that we want to know more about Ayato, but alas, we still have to wait until he officially arrives and we have to test it out to find the real answer. However, what I'm doing today is basically want to make kind of like a pre-release Ayato video, and more specifically on looking into his weapon, the Haran, and trying to compare it with some of the better sword options that we have already had out there, like the Primordial Jade Cutter and our Mist Splitter, to see in the end how worth it the Haran is going to be if you finally decide to go for it. Quick disclaimer guys, is that any stats that we're going to be looking into based on the Haran in this video is pre-release and it's not official in any way. It can be changed if MiHoYo do decide once it is official release, so do keep that in mind. Now before we hop into the video guys, I do want to let you know that our giveaway character is still going on, so if you're interested in getting Ayato or Venti or Ayaka for free, do consider entering the giveaway event. It is going to be ending soon. Again, how you enter is pretty simple. You just have to be subscribed to the channel, turn on your bell notification, and enter my Discord server where the giveaway is being held. I wish you good luck guys, and with that, let's dive straight into the video. So the Haran, this is going to be Ayato's best in slot weapon, and as always, any new character is going to be coming with their own weapon, which is going to be the best weapon used for the character. So how the Haran is that it is a crit rate weapon, which is pretty interesting. For passive, you obtain a 12% elemental damage bonus, and when other party member hits the opponent, you will gain what's called a wave spike, and this has maximum stack of 2. So when the character holding the Haran uses an elemental skills, all wave spike stacks will be consumed, and each stacks will increase the normal attack damage by a 20% for 8 seconds. So with this information, we can conclude that if Ayato were to wield the Haran, it will give him a 12% additional hydro damage bonus, and when the wave spike is stacked fully, it will increase 40% his normal attack damage for 8 seconds, and he'd already have a 33% crit rate increase from this weapon, so you wouldn't really have to worry too much about building crit rate on him, and focus even more into building his crit damage, even though we do know that Ayato Ascension stats give him crit damage, so that's more of a plus for him as well. Now there's something interesting about this sword that we do need to take into consideration, is that the wave spike increase your normal attack damage, which will benefit Ayato because his E skills is also based off of his normal attack damage. However, since this only buff your normal attack, you will have to keep in mind if you decide to think about other character that you want to use this weapon on. It will only mostly benefit character that also uses normal attack, like coaching a DPS Kazuha, especially at a C6, or other character like Kaya. So as of now, from what I am seeing, this buff can be quite limited, apart from the 12% additional elemental damage bonus that it gives, which is pretty good. However, some of the past 5-star sword option do have access to this as well, which is why we have the Jade Cutter and Mist Splitter taken into consideration for Ayato as well. Now for the Primordial Jade Cutter, aside from it providing the same substats, which is the crit rate, it does give him an 11% more, which is a 44% crit rate, and it gives a 20% more HP to the wielder and boosts the attack by 1.2% of the character's max HP, which does actually benefit Ayato greatly, because aside from the fact that he scales on crit damage, which makes the Jade Cutter and his stats alone almost a 1.2 ratio already, this sword, since giving HP, it does give Ayato a small damage boost to his skill, where it does base off of Ayato's max HP. And then next we have the Mist Splitter Reforge. This weapon also has its own niche, as most wielding character can't obtain all 3 stacks unless they are doing elemental damage from the normal attack, but in Ayato's case, he will be able to benefit from all of its stacks. The sword substats is crit damage, so you'd be more focused on obtaining crit rate on Ayato. However, what's so good about Mist Splitter is that when Ayato is equipped with this, he's going to be gaining a 40% elemental damage bonus consistently, and again, as you have probably already known, elemental damage bonus is one of the better buff that you want to have onto your character, and 40% is an absolutely high number that you want to get. Now, if we don't take into consideration the Haran and only compare the Mist Splitter and the Jade Cutter. If you have both weapons, then the Mist Splitter will easily be one of his top options, so much so that it might even be almost as good as the Haran itself, just because of how much crit damage and the elemental damage buff that it provides to Ayato. However, if in your account right now, if you don't have the Mist Splitter or the Jade Cutter, and you're considering to see whether you should get the Haran or not, then there's a few things I want to say is that first of all, Mist Splitter and Jade Cutter are both the most universal sword weapon that you can have your hands on at this point in time. They are really good, especially the Mist Splitter. Most DPS sword character in the game right now do use elemental damage, so the Mist Splitter Reforged is just a very good option overall in terms of investment for a free-to-play account. Jade Cutter is already passed from the previous weapon banner, so if you don't have it, you wouldn't have to really consider it in quite some time. As for the Haran, I do have to say that even though it does have a good looking appearance and the stats is pretty decent, however, the passive of giving you only normal attack isn't too appealing, making it more of a niche weapon side. And so assuming you have the ability to go for his weapon, if you love Ayato and love the Haran on him already, then sure, just go ahead and pull for it. However, if you're actually looking for the best investment, then my saying would be to actually wait for the Mist Splitter on Ayaka's banners. Because first of all, the Mist Splitter is already on its rerun, so we don't really know when it's going to be coming back. We also know that it's one of the most universal weapon. And then thirdly, there's so rumors of the Mist Splitter is going to be running along with Wolf Wavestone, making that weapon banners one of the better one for you to invest in. And so that would be my saying on some of the weapon options for Ayato at this point. I would definitely make an official weapon comparison for Ayato once they actually arrive, but either way, the final decision is going to be all yours. I hope that the video have been of helpful to you in terms of helping you make some early decision. If you like the video and are interested in similar content for any characters, especially Ayato, I will be diving more into his character and more related videos on that in future videos, so be sure to subscribe to not miss out. And before you guys go, I just want to remind you that the character giveaway is still running, so if you haven't already, join my Discord server to grab your chance and get a guaranteed Ayato. Good luck to all of you, and I wish you a super day, and I will catch you on the next video.